Which quest are you up for?
Profound darkness has been revived. At this rate, it'll devour the entire planet of Nefarious and regain its full strength. If that happens, it'll mean the end of the universe. We must stop it at all costs. It appears to be anticipating that we'll attack when it attempts to devour the planet. Looks like it's gotten a head start on us by churning out Gemini on Moss. We're talking some really mind-boggling numbers here. If we can't break through that Gemini wall, we'll never be able to reach the profound darkness itself. It probably wants to devour the planet and go on spreading throughout the universe, while we grapple with its minor distractions. We can't let that happen. If we don't stop it right here and right now, the universe will end. Everything will be fine, though. If we have you, I'm certain it'll all work out. There's no need to prepare for every scenario. No. We all know that you can do this.
You will soon be teleported to the front lines. Your objective is to eradicate Dark Falls Gemini and open a path to the profound darkness. You'll be facing one of the Dark Falls Collective. We have no idea how powerful it is, so be careful. Do whatever it takes to come back safely.
Don't forget to prepare before setting off. Take care of yourself out there. Which quest are you up for? Come back anytime.
Profound darkness.
You will soon be teleported to the front lines. Your objective is to eradicate Dark Falls Gemini and open a path to the profound darkness. You'll be facing one of the Dark Falls Collective. We have no idea how powerful it is, so be careful. Do whatever it takes to come back safely. Emergency!
all that's left is to defeat it. We can provide no specific orders. Fight valiantly and return alive. Period.
Completed!
That's how it's done!
Are you all right? What happened to the profound darkness? Right. No. Of course you don't know. Even I can't feel it anymore. But I think we finally put an end to it, didn't we?
It might not be the decisive win we'd hoped for, but it seems we've at least blocked the profound darkness from manifesting itself.
Shao!
I couldn't be sure just looking at the numbers alone. I'm glad I came to see for myself. There are traces of the time stream everywhere here. It's remarkable. Then there's the profound darkness, which we fought back before it could be resurrected. And for one fleeting moment, I sensed the presence of Persona.
What does it all mean, Shao?
For the two of you, this may be heavy news to bear, but will you bear it all the same?
Yes, I want to know too. I want to understand what happened.
If you say so. Before I do, though, just know that this isn't an immutable fact, but simply my understanding of the situation as it stands. You and the rest of ARCs managed to fight back the profound darkness and keep it from corrupting Nefarious. That battle probably wore down the powers of the profound darkness, letting Persona, its vessel, rise to the surface. Persona saw a chance and seized it. As soon as that opportunity appeared, they unleashed their power.
You're talking about the time stream, right?
Exactly. They turned back time for themselves to just before the profound darkness was resurrected. Bringing along something with such massive photon energy as the profound darkness meant that was the limit they could turn back the clock. Thanks to that, the profound darkness was bound to the moment just before it was revived on Nefarious. But time was only rewound, not altered forever. It was bound to try and revive itself again, here. When it did, ARCs, and more specifically, you, would be there to fight and weaken it.
So it could be rewound again, right back to before the profound darkness was revived. Over and over again. For all of eternity. So you're telling me they're just trapped in a loop, repeating the same battle forever? That's terrible! Isn't there something we can do to save them? There must be.
Right. I have the same nagging fears about all of this. There's no telling how long this cycle will persist. Sure, it worked this time. But what next time? Or the next? What about the 10th time around? Not even I can find a solution to that. Even if I have time to focus on my calculations, I can't guarantee I'll find answers. But Persona and Xion have granted us at least this much time. We could have easily met our ends here, obliterated in our ignorance. But thanks to them, we still get to live to see tomorrow. We can't waste what precious little time we have. There has to be a solution out there somewhere.
Yes, we'll find it. I know we will. We have you after all. The one who helped me, who saved me. The answers we're after must be just ahead, in the future that you and Xion paved the way towards. So please, wait for us. I promise, we'll be back for you.
Oh, hey, Bonehead.
Good to see you in one piece. Just don't run yourself into the ground. I mean it! Especially with the profound darkness back out and about. We're gearing up to take it on, but we still can't get by without you and my predecessor. So just take care of yourself. Make sure you're eating right and resting when you need to. That's really important. Even Huey said so. I know how much you and my predecessor love to try and do everything yourselves, but give it a rest every now and then. Come to think of it, she's not here right now, is she? Not tagging along by mistake or anything? Well, that's convenient. I've been meaning to ask you something. Listen, you're very close with with Matoy. Do you know what kind of gift she could receive that would make her happy? I've been busting at the seams with things I want to ask her, but I couldn't figure out a way to break the ice. And I just figured, maybe a nice gift would get the conversation going. It'd be a way to show her I'm glad she made it back and everything, too. Me, huh? I think you may be onto something. Let's see. I'd love to get... Alright, I think I have an idea. Turns out you were the right person to ask after. Anyway, thanks for lending me an ear. I'll see you around.
ARX is preparing to fully mobilize for an assault operation on Mothership Sheba. All ARX operatives should prepare for deployment immediately.
Hello! Perfect timing. Me? Oh, I'm on investigation duty. You know, with the profound darkness back and the fall spawn getting more active and all. I figure I might as well use my spare time to go around and gather some intel. I'm resting when I need to, though, so no need to worry. Although, you're the one to worry about on that front. You and Matoy give the rest of us migraines with all your wild stunts. We can't complain too much, though. I guess it's thanks to your stunts that Matoy's back with us. Anyway, the profound darkness may be back, but being bound on Nefarious has kept it in check. So we're in the calm before the storm, essentially. The storm may be massive, but at least we have an idea of when and where it'll strike. Xiao apparently wants you and Matoy to rest up while we get ARCs rearranged and ready to go. Can't say I disagree with him on that one. Persona may have offloaded all the F-Factor you two are building up, but it was still a crazy amount. You two really ought to take it easy. Figure out what your bodies need most, and get into the best fighting shape you can. You and Matoy both work yourselves too hard anyway. Give yourselves a little time to recharge. Oh, that's right. Speaking of Matoy, I wanted to ask you something. You read me like a... It's not to celebrate anything in particular, but I thought it'd be a nice way to tell her I'm glad she's back. And besides, I never thanked her properly for saving me way back when. She seems like the type to tell me it's the thought that counts anyway, but... Actually, I know I already asked, but I mean, this kind of gift means the most when it's from the giver's heart. So I'll...
Both of you, let's just take it easy.
What are you doing here anyway, Clarice Grace? Weren't you out on duty on Nefarious?
I could ask you the same thing. I got a report that you were working down on Nefarious.
I wrapped up that job already, so I don't see what's wrong with me being here.
That goes double for me. I I have important business with my predecessor.
Ah, that's a shame for you. It just so happens that I have business with Matoi as well. And by the way, could you drop the predecessor already and call her Matoi like a normal person?
Unfortunately for you, she is my predecessor. And I think you're the one who ought to address her with a little more respect.
Matoi doesn't have an issue with it, so what's the problem?
Oh, like you know what she's feeling. Maybe she hates it, right?
That cuts both ways. Maybe she's just too nice to admit she dislikes Miss Predecessor. Right?
To be honest, I don't really mind one way or another, I guess.
Just pick one!
I'm sorry. I wish I knew why I'm the one getting yelled at. Help me out here. I don't understand what's happening. What kind of something?
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. I didn't just come here to argue with my less than brilliant friend here.
I didn't come here to pick a fight either, but someone jumped down my throat all of a sudden. So you both wanted to talk to me about something? I didn't do anything to upset you.
No, nothing like that.
You're completely fine, Miss Predecessor. Then what's the matter? Tears! Oh, don't these flowers grow on Nefarious?
Are you serious? We had the same idea!
Both of you wanted to give me these? Why?
Well, you've just done so much for me. And I wanted to give you something to show how much I appreciate it.
I thought and thought about what to give you until these flowers suddenly popped into my head. I had a feeling they'd probably make you happy.
I did wonder if it'd be better to give you something a little fancier.
But these were the right choice after all, I think. I adore these flowers. Haven't I said so? Thank you so much, you two. I can't tell you how happy I am to get these. But I'm actually even happier just knowing how the two of you feel. I feel so warm inside. It's wonderful. Hey, Miss Predecessor. How'd you get to be so strong? Oh, I guess I have Shion to thank for that. Oh, I see. Fascinating. Oh, by the way, that's a new weapon you got there, right? Who forged it for you? What's it like? Is it easy to get the hang of? Well, Xiao said he had Sig craft this for me. But regular weapons break quickly in my hands, so I couldn't tell you how similar or different this one is. Intriguing. By the way, Miss Predecessor, how'd you get to be my predecessor? Did someone pick you? Well, apparently Shion chose me to fill an empty seat on the Council of Six. Probably to help against Code Abyss, I think. So probably not too different from you. It sounds like we both suddenly found ourselves being Clara's great. Whoa! So I'm just like you? I don't mind hearing that one bit!
Oh, it's you. Ugh. Just look at how clingy Claris Grays is getting. Before, she was so excited to pepper Matoi with questions. But when she actually got back, Claris Grays froze up and couldn't get a word out. Then, the moment we broke the ice with those flowers, she started closing in. Just look at her. She's gone from one extreme to the other. With Matoi being who she is, she gives a proper answer every time. And that just eggs Claris Grey's on even more. Ugh, she's clinging like a suckerfish on the side of a fish tank. Huh? No way! Why would I be feeling left out? I'm not the least bit jealous, and I don't want to be in on that anyway. She's been going on and on about how much she wants to talk to Matoi, so fine, she can talk her head off. Huh? Oh, hey, Sarah! Damn it, we've been spotted.
Why are you lurking over there, Sarah? Come chat with us. You too, bonehead. You must be curious too, right? Go ahead. My predecessor will answer all your burning questions.
Any response to...
Sure, I'll answer what I can for you. I like a good conversation, and I've been wanting to have a nice long talk with you, Sarah.
Really? Well, first of all, can you explain your tastes in clothes, Matoi? Are you into fashion?
Oh, yeah. I was wondering that, too. You have a knack for this particular type of outfit. Is that just your thing? No, Xiao made these for me. They weren't my idea. Do you get stronger when you show more skin? No, that is absolutely... Well, it might have something to do with it. I do absorb photons from the atmosphere. Aha! So if I lose a few layers, I'll be unstoppable. No, we girls can't just go parading everything in front of every...
You're not exactly one to talk.
Well, Sarah, you don't have much of a leg to stand on either. Huh. Actually, Sarah shows a lot more skin than I do, but she's still weak. I guess there's not really a connection.
Oh yeah? Wanna try me?
I think I could get used to this, actually.
Hey, great timing.
My brain feels totally fried.
You really don't have to try and get through this all at once. I have materials prepared for everything, you know?
Yeah, but how am I supposed to stay focused on those walls of text? They're not gonna do it, but I still want to be ready, so let's...
No, really, we're only making matters worse by cramming like this. It's time for a break. There's something I want to talk to you about anyway.
And what might that...
I want to get you up to date on everything, including everything I just told Ulk. I'm planning to gradually step back from overseeing the everyday operations of ARCs. I'll still make the calculations and predictions, of course, but I'll be leaving management to Ulk, the Six, and all our operatives. There's a number of reasons why. For one, I've seen how centralized control works out. Plus, I want ARCs to move forward of its own volition. But more than anything else, I want to focus on figuring out how we're going to overcome the profound darkness. To be honest with you, I'm not even sure there is a way to start. But we can't just sit on our hands. I don't want any more sacrifices made. The only thing holding the profound darkness back right now is you. Or rather, Persona. You push back the profound darkness, chipping away at its power. Persona emerged from its weakened state, and used their powers to activate the time stream. They keep turning back time for themselves to just before the profound darkness returned. But they can't go back any further. So they keep doing it over and over, keeping its powers locked away.
But that means Persona has to...
Exactly. They're sacrificing themselves for the benefit of us all. The thing is, we can't be sure how long this cycle will last. That's exactly why I want to focus on my calculations and find us a way to get everyone out alive. But, unfortunately, It seems we still have some other disturbances to handle first. We've got a situation on our hands!
Often?
I didn't even see you there, mate. Listen, I'm not sure exactly how to explain this, but, well, you see, so there's Yusi, right? Something came from her, or from somewhere, or was maybe, like, birthed? I don't know how to explain it all, okay? Just, can you come with me right now? Please. It'll make more sense if you see it for yourself. I'm begging you, mate.
He seemed flustered.
His vitals all check out, so this is clearly nothing life-threatening. But whatever it is, it sure has him worked up. It seems a new future that no one yet knows is beginning to come to fruition before our fair... I have a feeling this may be the final divergence matrix I give you. I'm trying to devise another way to visualize the possibilities, but... we'll save that for another time, I guess. For now, just do what you always do.
Oi! Over here, mate! Sorry to pull you all the way here, but I just don't have the words for what's going on. Fastest way is probably for you to take a gander for yourself.
Now you're here too? This keeps getting blown further and further out of proportion.
But you see...
Oh, a visitor. Did you come all this way just to see me? You must be the ARC's operative these two mentioned. My name is Aurora. Pleasure to meet you. I guess that name wouldn't ring a bell for you, would it? Here, let me put it in terms you'd understand. You may know me as the very first apprentice. The original, you could say. Ouch! What was that for, you barbarian?
That's something, really. Calling yourself the original? Big talk for someone who barely even remembers being apprentice.
That's quite rich coming from an incompetent swine like you.
You see why I couldn't explain this? Not only did I not get it, but neither does Yusi, the one this actually happened to. This cheeky little miss was suddenly born out of Yusi, calling herself apprentice.
Often, do me a favor and don't use the word born here. The thought makes me gag.
Right back at you, barbarian woman! I'm stuck looking like a child due to your complete incompetence and inadequacy! Although, I can't deny it's nice to be young again like I'd hoped. Let me make this clear. I don't have the foggiest idea as to why I've been revived. All I can tell you for certain is that I've merged with Euclita here. We're literally inseparable, much to my dismay.
On that point, we agree.
Aha, well, seeing that you're so miserable, you must love the company. I've hit a dead end asking these two, and searching my memory hasn't been fruitful either. So, I'll ask you, any idea as to why I might have appeared this way? Why would I, a faint echo left in Apprentice, have suddenly appeared now, in such a lackluster form? What? Are you saying the profound darkness has come back? Again?
Explain that again.
Do try opening a dictionary sometimes, Euclida. If you want to know more, there's a favor I need from you first. A nice quid pro quo, if that phrase still means anything to you kids today.
Who exactly do you think you are?
I used to be known as a goddess, I'll have you know. Well, seeing as I've returned to the plane of existence, I'd like to have a look around this planet. Maybe we'll find a way to unbind me from you, dear Euclita. Who can say?
I'll hold you to your promise.
Hang on a tick, Yusi. We ought to tell Xiao. You'll do it. Thanks a ton, mate. You've saved my life about 4 ways from Friday. Oi, Yusi! Wait up!
The assault operation on Mothership Shiva is now underway. This is the final battle. All ARCS operatives, please report to the quest counter for deployment.
Look who's come around this way again. Such a pleasure. Oh, I grow weary of this sour-faced contest Euclita and this fellow seem to be holding.
Not to mention this snore of a planet. Everywhere you look, it's sand, sand, and more sand. It's just sad.
What did you call it? Lily-paw? Can't recall if I've ever ruled this one.
More importantly, Apprentice, I think it's time you explained what you meant when you said the profound darkness has returned again.
Please do watch your tongue, dearest Euclita. It's Aurora now, not Apprentice. What else would I mean but what I said? Don't you know the story of how the profound darkness arose in the time of we photoners? Yes, we photoners were responsible for creating that great evil. What a horrible moment that was. We never expected something so vile. We scrambled and scraped for a plan, a solution of sorts, and just managed to seal it away.
How'd you manage to steal away a massive, awful thing like that?
Let me see. I'm just repeating what I've heard. The profound darkness sees all beings that use photons as its foes. No matter how far away, it hunts them, bent on erasing them. Our answer? We forced all our photons into one single person and sealed them away, together with the profound darkness of the...
You did what? Are you serious?
I don't know or care exactly what the process involved, but a good Admiral friend of mine told me that's what happened, so it must be true.
That's horrible.
Horrible? How? It was the best possible solution. All it took was one person's sacrifice to save everyone else. Why are you acting like a goody two-shoes in this situation anyway? You were the original apprentice.
Goody two-shoes. Maybe I am. I doubt I would have thought anything of that when I was apprentice either. But now I'm actually indignant about it. I knew it. It's not just my memories. My mind is being controlled too.
Of course, Darkfall still handed our butts to us after we sealed them away, so I don't have much of a leg to stand on.
You really don't.
I'm getting bored with this area. Let's go on to the next one.
Hey, mate. Glad you're here. Aurora's giving us shiploads of headaches, as usual. But hey, it's not all spikes and spiders. EUC's not all hung up on the past or trying to keep everyone at arm's length anymore. I think having someone else to talk to has been super good for her. Well, I guess it's usually more arguing than talking, but my point stands. Come to think of it, I haven't been back to the ARCS ship lately. Is everything okay there? Io and Fourier told me they're planning to change the ship's organizational structure or something. Sure you don't need to help with that?
They said the same thing about changing the administrative structure back in our day, too. Trust me, you don't want to do that. It'll turn out much worse than you think. Take it from someone who's been there. Come to think of it, you smell a bit like Xion. What is Xion up to these days? Is Xion doing well? Xiao? Who's that? A copy of Xion or something? Does that mean Xion is no longer with us? I see. So Xion has passed on, huh? I guess that's that. So there's still a copy of Xion around, but the original is gone. Xion doesn't exist anymore. That sure brings back old memories. We tried to make copies of Xion too, you know. But we failed every single time. This was back during the fall of the Photoner civilization. We tried to copy Xion so we'd have someone to run our organization, which was pretty bloated after we expanded it to the whole universe. The first one's specs were perfect, but we couldn't control it at all. We ended up throwing it into subspace.
You can't just do that to living beings, putting them in subspace or alternate dimensions. I swear you Photoners did such abhorrent thing.
You're right. It was pretty awful of us. That must be why we paid such a heavy price. After countless failures, we finally succeeded at making a copy we could control. Or so we thought. Unfortunately, it ended up inheriting every malicious thought or greedy desire Photoners had at the time.
And it became the profound darkness.
That's right. Human desire and malice are despicable things. That's how people, I mean all of them, really are when you get down to it.
How do you know so much? Were you the one giving all the orders?
Me? Give orders? Huh, as if. I couldn't have been less interested. I only cared about one thing, making sure I was beautiful. I was the most beautiful of the Photoners. I could have any man in the universe that I wanted. I was known as the goddess of beauty. Military officers, politicians, all men fell victim to my charm. And get this, anyone lucky enough to spend the night with a beauty of my caliber couldn't help but spill their deepest secrets. I heard all sorts of things. Some things I wanted to know, and some I didn't. Stories of power struggles so awful they would make you sick. Words strung together by nothing but hate and malevolence. There's nothing uglier than people who only ever think about screwing over everyone else. Not that I was any better. I was desperately kicking down any women I saw as potential rivals, too. After doing a bit of walking around here, I've realized that the power of the Dark Falls Apprentice has been sealed on this planet.
How do you know that?
I was a Dark Falls. At one point, anyway. Can't you feel it too, Euclita?
Don't lump me in with you.
What's with a cold shoulder? Fine, I'll just explain what my thinking is here. That giant mining rig is whittling down the power of the apprentice to keep it sealed here, right? Not that I really know anything about that machine or this planet. This moment in time, this entire location, they're completely alien to me. Plus, I can't sense the existence of any Photoners here, or anywhere, on the entire world. They really were wiped out. They're just gone.
Hey, are you?
I wonder if that mining rig is working properly.
I mean, it seems like it is. The smoke is really billowing up.
But if Apprentice's power is being weakened, what exactly am I sensing? Could there be some kind of catalyst up ahead?
Hey! Where the heck do you think you're going? Yusi, what should we do?
Well, we can't just go off and leave her. She and I are linked together.
Oi, wait up a sec! You just walked us all right into the corrupted region.
Corrupted region? That sounds about right for an unstable place like this. This has to be the profound darkness's feeding ground, and where its eventual prey is raised. But the profound darkness ended up being revived somewhere else altogether, didn't it? In that case, there's no need for this corrupted region anymore. It's just hanging in limbo. Or, well, maybe not. This place doesn't fit in with the rest of the world. Time flows differently here than everywhere else. It's pretty much like how I am now. Euclita?
You sent something up ahead, right? If we're going to investigate, we should hurry up and get to it.
you escape! The corrupted region is pretty much the worst. It's like all of the crappiest things in the universe decided to band together and settle here.
If the corrupted region adapted itself to the planet completely, it'd be even worse than this, don't you think?
I don't know anything about that. I'm not a Dark Fall. Hey, Euclita. Why did you become a host for Apprentice?
A perfectly valid question. I'd very much like to know the answer.
Yusi just got caught up in it. Don't make her out to be like you. You became a Dark Falls on your own.
On my own. Huh. It's true. I became a Dark Falls of my own volition. Care to listen to a little story of mine? A story about the most beautiful woman in the world who made it all the way to the top through her sheer beauty. My story. I was confident in everything about me. My cuteness, my beauty, my skill, my experience. I wanted to be second to no one. While everyone around me crumbled to the bottom, I alone remained at the top. But the people beneath me kept reaching up. Masses of greedy hands tried to grab me by the ankles and pull me down. I was beset by not only their hands, but by the very nature of the world. People grow weary. They grow old. I couldn't fight it. People rise and fall. That's just the way of the world. I knew that, but still, I couldn't bring myself to get off the stage. Should I have cloned myself or sought a new body to stay young? No, that's not who I am. I became #1 by staying just the way I was. So, if I don't stay the way I am, there's no point to anything. In the meantime, our grand effort to produce a copy of Xion failed so drastically that it gave birth to the profound darkness. It was such a tumultuous time, but me, I didn't give a rat's ass about any of it. I was fighting in a different world, a beautiful yet frightening world, fraught with lies, doubt, and jealousy. Wanting to stay more beautiful than everyone, be more entrancing than everyone, be younger than everyone. That was all I ached for. I should have stopped there. But I don't remember all that clearly. But it wasn't all my fault. I'm not the only Dark Falls that's been born. Others went on a rampage.
We can't erase what we apprentice hosts have done, Aurora. We corrupted so many planets, and helped revive the profound darkness. We share some responsibility for that. We both do.
Oh, Yusi.
Something's bothering me. Let's go further in.
Don't forget to prepare before setting off. Thank you very much.